Whether you're buying or selling a house, understanding how to find a good real estate agent is essential. And today we've invited our friend that you may know very well, Raymer. She's a real estate specialist with RE/MAX to help us out with just that, because it is so important. This is a huge investment, right?
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining us. Great to see you.
Good to see you.
So what's the best way to find a great real estate agent?
Yeah, so that's such a great question. So many people do start online looking, and that's not a bad thing, but you just have to know the pitfalls to avoid if you go that route.
And which pitfalls would those be?
So avoid sponsored sites. A lot of times it'll just say sponsored. So if it's big corporations, sponsored sites, try to stay away from that, because once those companies match a prospect and an agent, they can be involved with that relationship down the road with multiple transactions, buying, selling 5 years from now. And in the end, it costs more money to go through these corporate sponsored sites.
Right.
Yeah.
So then how can these referral companies be a problem in picking a good agent, other than what you just mentioned?
Right. So because you don't always get the top agent in the area,
and
the
why is
most
that?
experienced, because it's really the agents who are willing to pay the fee. If they've got the money to pay the fee, they're going to be recommended, but it's not necessarily because they're, you know,
the best.
The best,
right.
And so that can be very problematic, because you may think you're getting a top agent, but you may just be getting an agent that isn't, you know, doing a lot of business or have a lot of experience like myself. So, you know, you want to make sure you're getting the right person for the job.
Right. Now, can those companies, do they protect your information?
They really don't. They share it out. And so that's something I hear a lot of complaints about. Because once they hook you up with an agent, it's not just that one agent.
Oh, really?
No, your phone, your email, your text is being just like blown up for days, weeks, months. And it's been sold out to so many different agents that it's really annoying to have that happening for, you know, days and weeks on end.
Right.
So that's a real big complaint with these companies that work like that.
Right, and that would not be in your best interest, right?
No.
Or another real estate agent who's not associated with these companies. So that's really good to know. I mean, I feel like this happened to us when we were trying to buy a car. We put some information in that we were interested in one, and then even when we said we weren't interested anymore, we still got the call. So it's kind of similar to that?
Very, very similar to that, yes.
So what other resources then should buyers and sellers consider when picking an agent?
You know, go back to the basics. Like, if you had a great experience with a realtor, call them.
Yeah.
If your family or friend had a great experience, go by word of mouth, because that's guaranteed to get somebody that you know someone's had a personal experience with and it was a good one, and then you can feel confident that that transaction will probably go very well. And remember, again, in the end, it's probably going to save the consumer money to avoid these big sites like this.
Right.
And if you're searching and you go on a site, you'll know you're talking to them, because you won't be talking to the local agent. So do your own research. Find the top agent, connect with them direct. You should not have to be connected through a company to an agent, whether it's online or by a phone call. You should be able to connect directly. So just do some of your own legwork.
And if we call an agent and they don't pick up, do you recommend leaving a message? Should we leave a message for them?
100%.
Okay, and why
Definitely.
is that?
Well, because most people, not just realtors, most people are screening their phone calls now because solicitors are nonstop.
Yes.
And so if you want to reach an agent, leave a message, text them. Be patient. They'll get back with you. The right agent is worth waiting for. Don't expect them to pick up on the first ring, because they don't know who you are either. So yes, those calls are being screened, and they need to be. Otherwise, we'd be on the phone all day long with solicitors.
I feel like, you probably get inundated with a lot. And not even just people who are necessarily interested in homes, but like contractors or just different people who want to utilize your services, or hey, can you give me a referral? I'm sure you get that all the time. So that makes sense. So what's the best way for folks to get in touch with you?
Yes, mariaraymer.com. Please reach out. I'd be happy to help anybody that has a real estate need.
Awesome. And she does have a great reputation, hence why we have you on the show all the time. So thank you so much for joining us again. It was great to see you.
You too.
And thank you for helping us out always. I really appreciate all the feedback and the tips. And everyone at home, if you'd like to see this interview again, you know, you can head to First Coast News Plus on Apple TV, Roku, or Fire TV.